If I give you, for example, if I give you displacement time graph, for example, I give you a displacement time graph like that. For this situation, do you need to find area bounded by this curve? Yes. For what? Okay. Then you tell me what is the meaning of this area. If I, for example, this point is okay. The coordinate of this point is 0, 2, and the coordinate of this point is 5, 7, for example. Okay, this area, is there a meaning? Represent what? Huh? So how do you find this area? It will be represent what? Represent displacement times time, correct? So anything in physics or in daily life, displacement times time is equal to what? Displacement times time, what is it equal to? What quantity represent displacement times time? Are you sure? Velocity is displacement, rate of change of displacement. Am I right? So there is no physical quantity that represent by this, correct? So this area have no meaning. So for this situation, I will not find the area bounded by the curve, because the area bounded by this curve doesn't represent anything. Am I right? That is where you go the application. That is why I ask you, why do we need to find area bounded by the curve? So my answer will be because the area bounded by the curve show the product of the vertical axis and the horizontal axis, and it represents a physical quantity. Am I right? So how are you going to answer to this question? Why do we need to find the area bounded by a curve? Anyone want to try? So the area represents displacement times time. So has no meaning, because there is no physical quantity that represents. So in this case, we do not need to find the area bounded by the displacement time graph. Right? Unless you're going to invest one quantity that represents that lah. I don't know what is it lah so far. Right? So why do we need to find area bounded by the curve? So first of all, I will answer that area bounded by the curve is the product of what? Product of variable on the vertical axis and the horizontal, and the variable on the horizontal axis that represent a physical quantity. All right? Then only I go and find the area bounded by the curve. So can you think of what situation whereby I will need to find the area bounded by the curve? What curve will you give me? You learn in high school. Yes. Can I move to the next page? Okay, so if I give you, must respect. If I give you a velocity time graph, okay, why I need to find the area bounded by this curve? Yeah, because the area bounded by this curve show the displacement. Why area bounded by this curve show displacement? Yeah, because it's the product of the velocity and time. And what is velocity? Rate of change of displacement. So in the sense that if I have a curve or a graph, which is y equal to f prime x, correct? So the area here will be total of fx from x equal to, okay, I call this 0, I call this a, to x equal to a, correct? Am I right? So it doesn't mean that, oh, I will just give you a general, this will be the general. And you learn in high school, right? That's why you learn in high school. And how to find this area when you are in high school? Huh? Integration. Why? What is the meaning of integration? What is the meaning of integration? Why integration represent the area bounded by a curve? When you want to find the area for this one, you integrate 0 to a y equal to f prime x, then dx, correct? Yeah, this will be equal to the area of the shaded region. Why integration? What does integration represent? What is the meaning of integration to you? People ask me to integrate, I integrate lah. People ask me to differentiate, I differentiate lah. So now, do you know the meaning of differentiation? What is the meaning of dy dx? What is the meaning of dy dx?
Differentiation.
I die, man. I teach you for 4 months. You cannot tell me the meaning of dy dx. What's the meaning of dy dx?
The rate of change of
Yeah, the rate of change of y. I want to know how y changes. So if I do integration, I'm trying to find the area. Why? Finding the area must use integration. Okay, so we are going to talk about this. So now, so in high school, you have learned how to find the total distance traveled, right? Okay, I'm going to give you a 3 situation. See which situation you can find the total distance traveled, which situation you can't. Okay? Then I will explain to you the meaning of integration. Okay. Find the total distance traveled by the object in the first 5 seconds for each of the following. Okay. First one. Second one. Yeah, can. Now can see? That. Okay. So remember, velocity is ds over dt. Rate of change of velocity, displacement. So that's why s over t, you times t, you got s. All right. So the area means total distance, total displacement. Total displacement. This is one of the applications, right? Okay, good. Now, for the first one, what is the answer? For the first one, what is the answer? Yes? Yes? 35. How do you get 35? Oh, that is very nice. I don't have to stop over here.
Because 5 times 7, then you get.
Why 5 times 7?
Because 5 is the
Can
duration.
you draw the area? See or not? So the area bounded by the curve. I'm going to say area under the curve. Do you know why? When I say area bounded by the curve means it's bounded by the graph itself. You see area bounded by the curve, huh? So this is a curve bounded by the curve, and the t equal to 0. This is called t equal to 0. This straight line, t equal to 5, and the t-axis. So that's the boundary. I don't say area under the curve. Under the curve, you can go down. So I always say area bounded by the curve. So they are boundary. So that you enclose the boundary, you get the area. All right. So that one you can get 35 meters. No problem. All right. So how about the second one? How about the second one? If you total up the area, the total displacement, you will get a negative value. All right, that means the object will be at the left-hand side of the origin. Why I know that? So if you want to talk about total distance traveled, there are two areas. So first of all, this area A. This area A have no problem to find, right? So how about area B? whereby here is 5. Do I know the height of this rectangle, triangle? Don't know. So now can you tell me what is the height of this triangle? Quick, no need to make equation. Quick mathematics. 3. It cannot be 3, it's below the t-axis. It should be negative. -3. Are you sure? Are you sure? Okay, we go by simple mathematics. Ratio. All right? In 2 seconds, the velocity dropped by 3. So 1 second, the velocity dropped by 1.5. All right? So from 2 to 5 is 3 seconds, correct? So the velocity dropped by, isn't this is a very simple math? No need to find equation. So here will be 4.5. Am I right? Here will be 3. Here will be 2. Here will be 3. So can you find the total distance traveled? You total up the area of that 2 triangles, right? You got it already? Faster do that. This iPad will don't know where you want to go to. Now in physical, you cannot run away. You better. Are you okay? Faster. Take out your graphic calculator and start to calculate. So sometimes you don't have to use, especially when something change in linear, right? You don't have to waste your time going and find the equation of the velocity. Am I right? Yeah? So what is the answer? You don't tell me you don't know how to find the area of a triangle, huh? So area A will be half times 2 times 3. So equal to 3. Area B will be half times 3 times 4.5. So I don't know what is it. Then therefore, total distance traveled. This one is B, area B is 9.75. Area B is 9.75. Oh, 6.75. So total will be 9.75 meter. Are you okay? Okay, good. Then how about the third one? How about the third one? How about the third one? Is it possible for you to find the total distance traveled in the first 5 seconds? Is it possible for you to find the exact? Yes? Direction. Okay, I'm talking about total distance travel. I bukan cakap displacement. Okay, so do you see the difference? So I know the area at the bottom will be negative value if you do integration, correct? But distance is a scalar quantity, so it's supposed to be positive. So total distance travel. So later when we learn application, we have to be very careful. Okay, good. Now, can you find this exact total distance travel? For the third one, definitely can't because there is a curve. So can you estimate? Can you give me an overestimate for this case? Overestimate of the total distance travel. Okay? Huh? No online. Who? Who is the one? They didn't ask? They ask you now. So you ask them to key in, you text them, Zoom meeting, 835-9128-1436. 086-757. Okay, ask them to get in. Mana susah. Oh, I have to admit them from here. Okay, have they logged in? Okay, how to do an overestimate? How to do an overestimate for this? Who can give me an overestimation for this situation? Just give me one value. 5/6. Okay, how do you get 5/6? Okay. 5 and 1/6. So you time by the time. So is that an overestimate? Okay. If you say your estimation is 5/6, let me imagine for him. My situation will be like that. So your friend, the overestimate is 5/6. So how he get? He said 5 times 1/6. So to me, this situation, this is the curve. Here is 5, here is 1/6. So 5 is here, 1/6 is here. Am I right? So I'm looking for this area. Is this an overestimate? No. So this is a underestimate. So now how to get the overestimate for this case? How to get the overestimate for this case? Aha. Overestimate, that means I'm going to get an area that is greater than the area of that I shaded, exact area. So how to get an overestimate? Sub in t equal to 0. Okay, so we have friends who suggest like that. This is 0. V0 will be equal to 1 divided by 0 plus 1, which is equal to 1. So your friend is imagine like that. So your friend is going to draw a rectangle like that. Am I right? So you got this. So they can make an overestimate for this one. The height is 1. The width of this rectangle is 5. So 1 times 5 is 5. All right? Yeah. We can do like that. Do you understand what am I saying? Sure. Okay. So please do that. So you can make an overestimation. Other than using this method, is there any other way? Yeah, your friend said you can use trapezium. Okay, now everyone try to use a trapezium and get a better approximation. From here, how to draw a trapezium? How to draw a trapezium? How to make a trapezium? I have two important points. There is 0 and 1. And here is 5 and 1/6. My VT function is 1/1 plus T. So how to draw a trapezium here? How to draw a trapezium? How to make a trapezium? I give you time to do. Those two online, I give you time to do. To draw a trapezium.
Miss, can do a short recap. I'm very confused of what's going on now. I'm confused of what is going on.
Oh, we are trying to estimate this area. We are trying to find this area bounded by a velocity time graph that represent the total displacement. Okay?
Okay.
Yes? Yeah, you got a trapezium. Then how to find the area of a trapezium? Draw. You haven't drawn the trapezium yet. Aha. You join point A to point B with a straight line. You join point A to point B on the straight line using a straight line. I label point A and point B. You join with a straight line. How can a math student without ruler? You don't expect me on iPad, I do use ruler, okay? But my straight line are quite okay one. So I'm going to draw a trapezium. You get a trapezium? So you got a trapezium. See? The one in red. Am I right? So the area of this trapezium, is it an overestimate or underestimate? Overestimate, because there is extra area over here. Am I right? So, but this overestimate is better than the first overestimate. Am I right? Okay, can you find? Can you find? Should this value be more than 5 or less than 5? Definitely less than 5. So do you still remember how to find the area of a trapezium? Yeah, so therefore, overestimate equal to half sum of the parallel side times by the length. Am I right? So this is equal to 35/12 meter. Am I right? Okay. Now, other than using this method, okay, can we make a better approximation using other method? Can you think of a better approximation other than using this? If from this part, I got my overestimate, I got my underestimate. From here, can I make a better approximation? Can I use these two values? Can I use these two values to make another better approximation? Can I cut if I cut these extra pieces, extra here, and I paste it to here, what happened? What happened? Then it almost cover the exact, right? So how am I going to use these two values to make another much better approximation? Yes, young man? Someone overestimate me. Okay, maybe my mother overestimate me, but my father underestimate me. So I want to know my exact. So what to do? Yeah, someone say take the average of two lah. You overestimate me. You underestimate me. I take the overestimate, cut and paste to the underestimate. Isn't it get to my level? Hello. Am I right? So I can also make from here. If really in the exam, they ask you, how are you going to use this overestimate and underestimate, make a better approximation? So I take the average of the two. I cut the one on top, paste it to the one that is left. Isn't it go to my level? Yeah, okay. Got it? So I can also take the average. Average of what? Average of over and under. Then I divide by 2 because I got 2 values. Am I right? So this will be 35 over 12. So this is almost equal to the area of a trapezium. Am I right? So that means my overestimate in this case is greater than the much over than the underestimate. Am I right? That's why it's still over a little bit. Am I right? Okay. So these are the things that we have to think about when we talk about all this. Okay, now, can we use another approach to get a better approximation? Can we use another approach to get better approximation? So, can you please answer this question? You know what I mean, huh? So that means this is my VT curve. I want to estimate this area. But now how am I going to estimate? I'm going to estimate by divide into 2 rectangles of equal width. So how are you going to build 2 rectangles? Just now, in the first case, we make 1 rectangle, correct? This is one rectangle. Yeah, now we want to divide into two rectangles of equal width. How do you get two rectangles of equal width here? So equal width is very important, huh? The word equal width. Why must I specify the word equal width? Can I not using equal width? So how to make two rectangles of equal width? So first of all, what must you do? If I say equal width, so the width is very important, correct? So how to get the width? What is the width? What is the width? What is the width in this case? Yes. What is the width of the rectangles? The two rectangles, what is the width? Just now when we put into one rectangle, correct, the width is 5. Yeah, the width. This is this way. For this one, we call it the width. Hello? Okay, so what is the width for this case? For the rectangle. How to get the width? Hey, I think I should go online better. I don't have to look at the puzzle faces. Yes, what is the width? How to get the width? Tell me. Yeah, I want to get the value first. The width equal to two rectangles. I want the width of a rectangle. What we divide by 2? 5 divided by 2. Okay, can. But if I don't want to start with 0, then how to do? That's why when you do things correct, not just for this case, I should take 5 minus 0. You see, you have the two limits. Take the upper limit minus the lower limit, divide by the number of rectangles. Am I right? So the 2 there is a number of rectangles, not the average or whatsoever. So the number of rectangles is very important. So I got the width as 2.5. When people ask you how to get the width, you don't just give me 2.5. You have to explain how to get. So next time you meet different situation, you will know how to get. There's 2 limits here for the time. This is the upper. This is the lower limit. Am I right? Then divide by what? Divide by the number of rectangles. So now I know the width is 2.5. So now I start to draw my rectangles. So now I draw the line. Correct? Now I want overestimate. Am I right? So for the first one, this rectangle got 2 heights. If I want to talk about what should the height be for the first rectangle, should I take this point, 0, V0, or should I take V2.5? Should be take V0, correct? What happened? Connection problem. So not my problem. Ya, itu sebab masalah. Should I reconnect or wait for it to connect? Okay, those online you can see, those in the class now cannot see because my laptop failed me. I must get a port. But if I get a port, then I cannot go above. There is another problem. should I connect again? I try join again. What is the ID? Eight, 3, 5. What? Huh? No Wi-Fi? How come suddenly no Wi-Fi? How come suddenly no Wi-Fi? Oh no, this is I cannot start like that.